Tokyo, 1954. Haneda Airport was bustling with travelers arriving from different corners of the world. Among them was a man who looked like an ordinary businessman, well-dressed, confident, and fluent in multiple languages. But as soon as he presented his passport at immigration, an unsettling mystery began to unfold. The man handed over a passport that appeared completely legitimate. The officers examined it carefully. The stamps, the watermarks, everything seemed authentic. But there was one major problem. His passport was from a country that did not exist on any world map. The country's name was Taured. An unknown country. The immigration officers were confused. They had never heard of Taured before. Assuming it might be an obscure nation, they asked him to point out his country on a map. Without hesitation, he pointed to the region between France and Spain, where the small country of Andorra is located. But when they told him that no such country as Taured existed, he became visibly frustrated. The man insisted that Taured had been a well-established nation for more than 1,000 years and that he had never heard of Andorra before. He couldn't understand why his homeland wasn't recognized. The officials, now highly suspicious, began interrogating him further. His wallet contained multiple currencies from different countries, suggesting that he was a frequent traveler. His business records and identification documents were also real, except that the company he claimed to work for did not exist in Japan. However, when they called the supposed company, the Japanese representatives said they had never heard of him or his firm. The mystery deepened. His past travel stamps matched records from other countries, meaning he had legally entered and exited multiple nations before. Yet, in all official global databases, there was no mention of a country named Taured. The impossible escape. Since nothing made sense, authorities decided to detain him for further investigation. They placed him in a hotel room under tight security, ensuring he could not leave. 2 guards stood outside his room throughout the night. The door was locked from the inside, and the windows had no accessible exits. But the next morning, the man was gone. The guards swore that no one had entered or exited his room. There was no sign of forced escape, no open windows, and no way for him to have left unnoticed. His passport, identification, currency, and even his luggage, all had vanished. Authorities were stunned. No trace of him was ever found again. The Japanese government launched an investigation, but nothing came of it. No records, no security footage, just an unsolved mystery that defied all logic. Who was he? What really happened? To this day, no one has been able to explain who the man from Taured really was. There are several theories, but no definitive answers. 1. Parallel universe theory. Some believe that he accidentally crossed into our dimension from an alternate reality where Taured exists instead of Andorra. According to this theory, when he vanished, he might have simply slipped back into his own world. 2. Government cover-up. Some speculate that he was involved in a top-secret mission or an experiment gone wrong. The sudden disappearance suggests some higher power or agency might have intervened to erase all traces of his existence. 3. Time travel. Could he have been a man from the future or past, trapped in the wrong timeline? If so, did someone or something pull him back? 4. A hoax. Some skeptics argue that the entire story is an elaborate urban legend. However, no one has ever provided evidence that this was a fabricated tale. The mystery of the man from Taured remains one of the strangest, most chilling travel anomalies in history. If this was merely a case of mistaken identity, then where did he go? If it was a hoax, then how did he manage to disappear so completely? Or, perhaps, somewhere in a parallel universe, Taured is a real country, and he simply went home.